As a constitutional commission mandated to protect and promote the observance of human rights in Kenya, we have called you here today so that we may share with you some of our key findings, concerns, and recommendations as we approach the upcoming election. As has been the case in the past, our findings, concerns, and recommendations are geared towards seeking remedial action with the relevant partners and duty bearers so as to protect the right to a free, fair, credible, and peaceful election. The findings, concerns, and recommendations we are sharing with you here today are a direct result of the work that the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights has been undertaking on the ground in 29 counties where we have been monitoring the campaigns and the preparations ahead of the August polls. The following is an update of the key concerns and findings of our campaign monitoring project. And as I said earlier, we have isolated and identified 8 areas of concern. The first area of concern is an emerging culture of secretive door-to-door or closed conference campaign meetings. The Commission has noted that many political aspirants have resorted to, and I quote, private meet-the-people meetings to seek votes from the electorate. Our concern here is that since most of these meetings are secretive, the KNCHR is worried that these private meetings may not be subject to scrutiny, thus offering an opportunity for the political actors to find a safe space to incite and mobilize their supporters, communities, or friends within these exclusive enclaves. This scenario may not promote cohesion and national unity. The Commission also notes with concern that most of these closed-door campaigns fall outside the stipulated times of not campaigning beyond 6 p.m. as gazetted, as provided for in Gazette Notice number 2692 to 2697 of the Elections General Regulations of 2012, as were gazetted by the IEBC on the 17th of March 2017. The Commission further notes that these closed-door campaigns are not open to all members of the public. And indeed, our monitors have been denied entry into several of such meetings. In addition, our investigations have unearthed the fact that the political actors engaging in these closed-door campaigns are issuing money and accommodation to the participants as inducements for their participation. We have been reliably informed that in some areas, such as Meru, Kwale, Bungoma, Kakamega, Kisii, and Mombasa counties, the participants in these secret meetings are being given a minimum of 1,000 Kenyan shillings to attend. We wish to remind all political actors that they are bound by the Elections Code of Conduct, and which code calls upon them to refrain from offering any document or reward to any person in consideration of such person attending any political event. We further remind the political actors that all campaigns must be open to members of the public and especially the election observers. And we're therefore very concerned when our observers get to these meetings and they are told they are persona non grata because they're supposed to be private meetings, yet we know they are campaign meetings. To enforce the Electoral Code of Conduct by reining in any aspirant who is flouting the rule that asks them not to campaign beyond dusk, and to utilize their powers under the law to enforce the requisite penalties on the offending parties. A second area of concern is the mass movement of voters due to insecurity. The Kenya National Commission on Human Rights notes with concern that in several of the counties where we are undertaking the monitoring exercise, there have emerged indications of possibility of mass movement of populations, either because of drought-related issues or insecurity-related challenges. These movements, in effect, mean that the voters in the affected areas may not be able to exercise the right to vote or be voted for come August 8, 2017. Most of the places facing indications of mass movement include regions inhabited by pastoralists like Laikipia, Samburu, Pokot, and Baringo, and also places where military and security related operations are taking place or ongoing. And here we have in mind places like Garissa, Lamu, Mandera, and Wajir, where we've seen a number of Kenyans already on exodus.